Hi, this is Craig, and welcome to another episode of Cruising Off Duty. This is going to be cruising in a different manner than the usual episode. Today I'm going to be cruising on my Harley Davidson V-Rod. It's a 2002, it's the very first year the V-Rod came out, and when my boat was at the Nepean Sailing Club, 10 minutes away from my house, beautiful hot days like this, I almost always just went to the boat and puttered around or went out for a sail, and this bad boy that I had before I had a sailboat got neglected. Now my boat's in Kingston, about on a motorcycle, probably 2.5 hours away. And so days like this, when I have one day off before I gotta go back to work, this is going to be used a lot more this season. So today my plan is to take this out for a ride. I'm gonna bring you along with me. I got my GH5, my GoPro, which I'm gonna mount to my head, which is always a dorky way to look when you're riding a motorcycle, but that's the best way to get footage. And I'm going to bring my drone, and we're going to see if we can find some kind of off the beaten path spots that I can actually fly my drone, since I haven't done that in forever with these new Canadian crazy drone laws. So I'm going to take you along with me. Let's see what we can find. I'm going to probably head to Pakenham because I know there's a spot there that's nice, and then from there we'll see where it goes. So stay tuned. You see there's all the stuff I'm going to try and put inside my two side saddles of my motorcycle. Needless to say, I don't think all this is going to fit in. Actually, that backpack there I brought out when I realized it's probably not all going to fit in. This backpack here, from a company called Light Take that sent me stuff before, and it's to hold the Mavic Pro. See, this is my most recent Freewell Gear hard Pelican case, and I love this thing, and it's great if you're just throwing it in a car. But obviously I can't carry this in my motorcycle. Well, I've tried, it will not fit in my side saddle. So this thing, who I got and haven't really thought I'd use, because to me, it only serves one function, and that's to hold your Mavic. I'll open it up and show you. It's kind of a tiny backpack, and as you can see from the cutouts, it only really holds what that blue case holds, which is your Mavic, your batteries, your controllers, your wires. I mean, there's nowhere to put a drink, there's nowhere to do anything else. So I thought, would I ever use this? I mean, when would I ever need a backpack with just my Mavic and nothing else in it? So I didn't think I'd use it, but today might be the day I use it, because I can't fit my Mavic on my bike that way. The other option is I have a big leather, kind of a drum that came with my V-Rod from the previous owner. I got it 1 year old. He bought this leather drum, which I've used maybe once. It's like for going, you're gonna go long trips on your V-Rod, but a V-Rod is more of a street rod. It's not really designed for long distance comfortable travel. So I haven't really used it, but today might be the day, because I either got to put this on my back or I've got to put everything into that leather drum. The problem with putting this on my back is here's my tripod, and I'd already intended to put that on my back. So I'm either going to have way too many things on my back, or I got to put a leather drum on the back of my bike. So let's try the leather drum. Okay, so here's what the leather drum looks like. You can probably see it's a bit dusty. I never use this thing. But hey, today might be the day. So this is the Freewell case, and voila, Freewell case fits into there with room to spare up above, so I can still stick more things in here. So what else am I bringing? Well, I'm recording right now on my GH4. In here is my GH5. In this bag will be the GH5 and the shotgun mic that I have actually on my GH4 right now, so that'll go in one of the side saddles, I'm assuming. Then I've got my GoPro and my batteries for my GoPro. That'll go in somewhere. Put that there. Then I have to decide if I'm going to take this or this for the Mavic. Do I want to have a landing pad, or do I want to add the extra extension legs for landing? I think I'll just take the landing legs, because this thing, you know, I spread it out, and now with these new drone laws, everybody's all like, oh, can I drone, can I drone? Throwing out a landing pad that's bright pink or orange or blue or whatever, it's kind of just announcing the fact you're just about to take off a drone. So I think that might stay here. So that's going to go. These are the landing extension legs. Then, if I'm flying with my Mavic with my phone, you always want to take off making sure that your phone is fully charged. So I'm bringing this charging brick to keep my phone fully charged. And I'm bringing, one other thing camera-wise, my Sigma 18-35, one of my favorite lenses with the GH4, with a Metabone speed booster. It's all in here. Unfortunately, with the GH5, I'm starting to notice vignetting around the outside of the image when I use this lens, which is very disappointing. It's my favorite lens. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it was great on the GH4, and on the GH5 there's vignetting, but I'm gonna test it again today and see if I can get rid of that. So we'll see, we'll try that. Anyways, let's pack this bike and get on the road. Great, thank you very much. Thank you. Yummy. Morning.
Great day to be out on the bike.
There's been so few of these.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I've been complaining about how it's been so cold, and today's almost borderline too hot with the weather going on.
That's right.
Such a change.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it's just that it's too fast.
Yeah, I know. Our blood hasn't thinned enough yet.
So how far have you ridden?
Oh, just from Ottawa. I was actually going to go look at the water, but then I got here and I remembered Scoops, so I thought I just wanted to see the rapids. Yeah. Now that those people have gone, I can talk to my helmet cam without looking like a complete crazy person, although these people are looking at me now funny. So when you come to Pakenham, you really kind of have to, you get drawn into going to Scoops. Since I got so close, I figured I had to at least stop and have an ice cream. Okay, here I am off the motorcycle in Pakenham. You can hear the water behind me. This is where I plan to film and drone. I'm standing on the spot that I thought would be awesome. Grassy field here. One building over there. Am I 75 meters away from that building? Probably not. Probably close, maybe 55, 60 meters away from that building. And every once in a while a car goes by. And that car wasn't there when I first pulled in here, and I thought this would be a perfect spot, but then they pulled in to have a little sit at that table over there. So you just can't win with this new drone law. These new drone laws are absolutely insane. I don't know what to do. But anyways, so I'm going to film with my GH5, switch it from mono, which I'm in now, to stereo mode so you can hear the water, and I just won't talk. So let's see how that goes. See that spot over there by that porta potty? That looks like my next spot to try and park to do the droning. That seems to be at least 75 meters away from, well, now these two motorcycle guys just showed up with the houses in the background. So that might be my next selection. Might be a red car through those trees parked, or something red. And if it's not inhabited, I'm still going to fly because I don't have any other choice. Okay, so I packed my bike with my GH5, my tripod, all my gear, and then that car left with all the people that were sitting on the picnic bench. So now, as it stands now, I have the space to myself. So I'm gonna try and take off. So I got my freewell case with my Mavic stuff. I open up my landing gear, and what do you know? I seem to be missing a leg. So Mavic's gonna be flying sans landing gear, which means close to the ground. So this grass looks pretty well cut, so I think I can land here. Worst case scenario, I can land on that somewhat flat rock. So we're gonna do this. Try and get the Mavic up, take some scenic views of this rapids before anybody else comes in this parking lot. If they do while I'm up in the air, well, they do. Not much I can do about that. I thought this grass was long enough or short enough that I could take off and land from here, but when I put it down, clearly the props of the Mavic were gonna touch the grass. So I'm gonna take off from the rock.
I was a soldier boy in the twilight of my youth, when I still could feel love and a trust in above for the truth. I fought with bravery, then I left my gun behind. But the misery I've seen never wiped itself clean from my mind. Now I never ever close my eyes completely when I'm sleeping.
Okay, so that was the first Mavic flight I've had, I think, since this new law. I just was so freaking cold and wet all the time. And then I was always like, where am I gonna go? There's no people, buildings, cars, vessels, vehicles, blah. Too many things to try and avoid. So, success. Wasn't the most exciting flight ever. I pretty much just went over that water and panned around for a bit, because obviously if I go anywhere other than the water, I'm probably going to be near a person, building, vehicle, vessel. Let's hope these rules get changed really soon, because it's really making flying a Mavic or any other drone very difficult and very unenjoyable. So, anyways, that's it for now. It's time to put all of this stuff back on the bike. And it is nice and hot today. You will never ever hear me complain about it being too hot, ever. Curious to see how the GoPro looks on this motorcycle ride. It's also been my helmet cam for most of this thing. It's pulling the GH5 in and out of my side saddle every time I want to say something. It's a little difficult, so I'm going with the GoPro and the helmet. Yeah, you can see me in the reflection of my own side saddle. still recording. I thought for sure the GoPro would have shut off by now. So there we go. Ride is over. So this worked out perfectly. I didn't even need to put this tripod bag on my back. I just strapped it around the leather seat and wedged it beside my side saddle and my seat, and it stayed there the whole ride. Well, we're gonna definitely have to do this more often. That was fun.
Hello.
Hello. So Janice got home from work, and guess what she wants to do now?
I want to turn on the motorcycles.
Yeah.
I changed out of my work clothes and I'm making him go out again.
So even though I rode all day, it's trip number 2.
Yay.
So we're gonna go for a little ride into town, grab a milkshake, and we're not gonna bother filming it, but just thought I'd let you know.
And sunny, my goodness, yes.
It's so beautiful.
Yep, bye.
All right, bye. Now that my boat's a lot further away from where I live, the motorcycle's gonna get used a lot more often. So cruising off duty can become cruising my motorcycle, sailing my sailboat, or cruising high up in the sky with my drone, or a combination of all 3. So subscribe so you don't miss an episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Special thanks to the Patreons that support the channel. Without them, I don't know if I could do this. If you'd like to learn more about how to become a crew member, go to patreon.com/cruisingoffduty. Well, that's it for this episode. Until next time, this is Craig signing off, wishing you safe cruising.